we are now at stage 3, paragraph page 152.
Yes.
Okay, and our last headword was younger than, newer type of lesson.
Mm.
Okay, so let's start with our revision. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
here we go. Do you live on the sea? Do you live on the sea? No,
No,
I
I
don't
don't
live.
live on the sea.
I live on the
I
land.
live on the land.
What's the name of the sea between Europe and North Africa? What's the name of the sea between Europe and North Africa? The name of
The
the
name
sea
of the sea
between Europe
between
and North
Europe
Africa
and
is the
Africa is
Mediterranean Sea.
Mediterranean Sea.
Is Moscow by the sea? Is Moscow by the sea? No, Moscow
No,
isn't
Moscow
by the
isn't
sea.
by the
It's
sea.
inland.
It's inland.
Is New York inland? Is New York inland? No, New York
No, New
isn't
York
inland.
isn't
It's
inland.
by the
It's
sea.
by the sea.
Very good. Okay, next. What's this? What's this? It's once five
It's once five
equals.
equals five.
What's this? What's this? It's twice
It's
five
twice five
equals 10.
equals 10.
What's this? What's this? It's 3
It's
times
3
5
times 5
equals.
equals 15.
What's this? What's this? It's 4
It's
times
4
5
times 5
equals
equals
20.
20.
How much is once 90? How much is once 90? Once 90
Once 90
equals
is
90.
equals 90.
How much is twice 50? How much is twice 50? Twice 50
Twice
is
50
100.
is 100.
How much is 3 times 13? How much is 3 times 13? 3 times
3 times
13 is
13
39.
is 39.
How many times a week do you come here? How many times a week do you come here? I come
I
here.
come here 5 times a week.
Very good. Okay. How many times a month do you go to the cinema? How many times a month do you go to the cinema? I go to the
I go
cinema.
to the cinema
About.
once a month.
How many times a day do you eat? How many times a day do you eat? I eat
I eat 3
a
times a day.
day. How many times do we live? How many times do we live? We only
We
live
only
once.
live once.
Very good. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're cutting the
You're
book with
cutting
your
the
finger.
book with your finger.
What do we cut meat with? What do we cut meat with? We cut meat
We cut
with a
meat
knife.
with a knife.
Can we cut bread without a knife? Can we cut bread without a knife? No, we can't
No,
cut
we can
bread
cut bread
without a
without a
knife.
knife.
Very good. Okay, next. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're lifting the
You're
book.
lifting a book.
Can you lift the table with your little finger? Can you lift the table with your little finger? No, I can't
No,
lift
I
the
can lift
table
the
with
table with
my.
my little finger
Why not? Why not? Because it's too
because it's
heavy
too
for
heavy
me.
for me to lift.
Very good. Is this piece of paper light enough for you to lift? Is this piece of paper light enough for you to lift? Yes, that piece
Yes,
of
the piece
paper
of
is light
paper
enough
is light enough
for
for
me to
me to
lift.
lift.
Very good. Okay, next. Is the table as high as the door? Is the table as high as the door? No, the
No,
table
the
isn't
table
as
isn't
high
as
as the
high
door.
as the door.
It's
It's
lower than.
lower than the door.
Is your building as high as Mount Everest? Is your building as high as Mount Everest? No, my
No,
building
my
isn't
building
as high
isn't as
as
high
Mount
as Mount
Everest.
Everest.
It's lower
It's
than
lower than Mount
Mount Everest.
Everest.
Right? Is the river Thames as long as the Nile? Is the river Thames as long as the Nile? No, the river
No,
Thames
the river
isn't as
Thames
long as
isn't
the
as
Nile.
long as the
It's
Nile.
shorter than the
It's
Nile.
shorter than the Nile.
Very good. Is Spain as large as South America? Is Spain as large as South America? No, Spain
No,
isn't
Spain
as
isn't
large as
as large
South
as
America.
South
It's
America.
smaller
It's
than
smaller than
South
South
America.
America.
Very good. Tell me the names of the 4 seasons of the year. Tell me the names of the 4 seasons of the year, please. The names
The
of the
names
four
of 4
seasons of
seasons
the year
of
are
the year are
spring,
spring,
summer,
summer,
autumn, and.
autumn, and winter.
Very good. What season are we in now? What season are we in now? We're in.
We're in summer now.
Very good. What was last season? What was last season? Last season
Last
was.
season was spring.
What will next season be? What will next season be? Next season
Next
will be.
season will be autumn.
Very good. Which day precedes Wednesday? Which day precedes Wednesday? Tuesday precedes
Tuesday
Wednesday.
precedes Wednesday.
Does Thursday precede Wednesday? Does Thursday precede Wednesday? No,
No,
Thursday doesn't
Thursday
precede
doesn't
Wednesday.
precede
It
Wednesday.
follows it.
It follows Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Follows
Which
it.
it follows Wednesday or it follows it. Very good. Which number follows the number 13? Which number follows the number 13? 14 follows
14
the
follows
number
the
13.
number 13.
Do students precede the teacher out of the classroom after the lesson? Do the students precede the teacher out of the classroom after the lesson? No, The
No,
students
the
don't
students
precede the
don't
teacher
precede the
out of the
teacher
classroom
out of the
after
classroom
the lesson.
after the
They
lesson.
follow him.
They follow him.
Does the teacher precede the students into the classroom before the lesson? Does the teacher precede the students into the classroom before the lesson? No, the
No,
teacher doesn't
teacher
precede the
doesn't
students
precede the
into the
students
classroom
into the
before the
classroom
lesson.
before the lesson.
He follows them.
He follows them.
Very good. When do you have your breakfast? When do you have your breakfast? I have my
I have my
breakfast at.
breakfast at 7 a.m.
When does the lesson begin? When does the lesson begin? The lesson
The
begins
lesson
at.
begins at 8 a.m.
When do you get up in the morning? When do you get up in the morning? I get up at.
I get up at 5:30 a.m. in the morning.
Very early. Very good. What other words can we use instead of whereas? What other words can we use instead of whereas? We can use
You can
while
use
and while
whilst
instead of whereas.
instead of whereas.
Very good. Which word do we use the most when we speak? Which word do we use the most when we speak? We generally use
We generally
whereas
use
the most
whereas
when we
the
speak.
most when we speak.
Very good. Is that an old building you're in at the moment? Is that an old building you're in at the moment? Yes or no? This
Yes,
is an
this
old
is an
building
old
I'm
building
in at
I'm
the
in
moment.
at the moment.
Are your shoes new? Are your shoes new? Yes or no?
Yes, my
My
shoes
shoes.
are new.
Very good. Is your blouse older than your shoes? Is your blouse older than your shoes? Yes or no?
Yes,
My
my
blouse
blouse
is
is
older
older
than my
than my
shoes.
shoes.
Very good. What's the newest thing you're wearing? What's the newest thing you're wearing? The newest thing
The
I'm
newest thing
wearing
I'm
is
wearing
my.
is my glasses.
Very good. Are my glasses. Okay.
Are my glasses.
Very good. What's the difference between new and young? What's the difference between new and young? The difference
The
between
difference
new
between
and young
new and
is that
young
we
is
use
that we
new for
use new
things,
for things,
whereas we use
whereas we use
young for people.
young for people.
Very good. Is Miss Brown an old woman? Is Miss Brown an old woman? No, Miss
No,
Brown
Miss
isn't
Brown
an old
isn't
woman.
an old
She's a
woman.
young
She's a
girl.
young girl.
Very good. Are you older than your mother? Are you older than your mother? No, I'm not
No, I'm not
older than my mother.
older than my mother.
I am
I'm
younger than
younger
my
than
mother.
her, my mother.
Very good. And that's the end of our revision. Very good. Very fast. Let's have new word. Okay, repeat. The youngest.
The youngest.
Very good. Okay, listen. The youngest is the superlative of young. For example, my mother is 50 years old. I'm 25 years old. No, no, I'm not really. My brother is 16 years old. My brother is the youngest in my family, whilst my mother is the oldest in my family. Let's practice. Who's the youngest in your family? Who's the youngest in your family? My
I am the youngest in my
in my
family.
family. Very good. Okay, next repeat. Put on,
Put on,
take off,
take off,
go out.
go out.
Very good. Okay, listen. Put on, take off, and go out are all phrasal verbs. Put on means to put something on something. Take off is the opposite of put on. To go out means to leave a room or a building. For example, we put our hats and coats on when we go out in winter. We take our hats and coats off when we come into a building. Okay, let's practice. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're putting your hand
You are
on the
putting your
table.
hand on the table.
What am I doing? What am I doing? You're taking your
You're
hand off
taking
the
your
table.
hand off the table.
Wait, what am I doing? What am I doing? You're putting your
You're
hat on.
putting your hat on
What
your
am I
head.
doing? What am I doing? You're taking
You're
your hat
taking
off
your hat off
your head.
your head.
Very good. Okay, next, what do we put on when we go out in winter? What do we put on when we go out in winter? We put our
We
hats
put
and
our
coats
hats
on
and coats
when we
on
go out
when we
in
go
winter.
out in winter.
What do we take off when we come into a building? What do we take off when we come into a building? We take our
We
hats
take our
and
hats
coats
and
off
coats
when we
off
come
when we
into a
come
building.
into a building.
Very good. What are the two most important holidays of the year in Europe? What are the two most important? Oh, let repeat. Holiday.
Holiday,
Christmas,
Christmas,
Easter.
Easter.
Very good. Okay, listen. Holiday, Christmas, and Easter are all nouns. When people don't have to work on a working day, it's called a holiday. The two most important holidays of the year in Europe are Christmas and Easter.
Mm.
Christmas is on the 25th of December, and Easter is in spring, either in March or in April. Okay, so let's practice. What are the two most important holidays of the year in Europe? What are the two most important holidays of the year in Europe? The two most
The two most
important
important
holidays of the
holidays
year
in
in
of
Europe
the year in Europe
are Christmas and
are
Easter.
Christmas and Easter.
When's Christmas? When's Christmas? Christmas is on the
Christmas is
25th
on the
of
25th
December.
of December.
When's Easter? When's Easter? Easter's in spring,
Easter is
either
spring,
in March
either in
or in
March
April.
or in April.
Very good. Next, repeat full. One more.
Full,
Full, empty.
full, full, empty.
Very good. Okay, listen. Full and empty are both adjectives. Full means having a lot, so there's no space left. Empty means having nothing inside. For example, this box is full and this box is empty. Another example is before a meal, our stomachs are empty. After a meal, they are full. Okay, so let's practice. Is this box empty? Is this box empty? No, that
No,
box
the
isn't
box
empty.
isn't
It's
empty.
full.
It's full.
Are your pockets full of money? Are your pockets full of money? Yes or no?
No,
My pockets
my
aren't
pockets
full of the money.
aren't full of the money.
Is your stomach empty after a large meal? Is your stomach empty after a large meal? No, my
No,
stomach
my
isn't
stomach
empty
isn't
after a
empty
large
after
meal.
a large meal.
It's full.
It's full
Are the
after
streets a large meal? Very good.
a large meal.
Are the streets full of people during the night? Are the streets full of people during the night? Yes or no?
No,
The
the
streets aren't
streets
full of
aren't
people
full of
during
people
the night.
during the night.
They're empty during
They're
the night.
empty during the night.
Very good. Next, repeat. Moon,
Moon,
star.
star.
Very good. Okay, listen. Moon and star are nouns. We can't see the sun in the sky during the night, but we can see the moon and the stars. The moon's the color of silver. Okay, let's practice. Can we see the sun in the sky during the night? Can we see the sun in the sky during the night? No, we can't see
No,
the
we can't
sun
see
in the
the
sky
sun in the sky
during the
during
night,
the night.
but we can see the moon
But we
and the
can see the
stars.
moon and the stars.
What color's the moon? What color's the moon? The moon's the
Moon
color
is
of
silver,
silver.
the color of silver.
Right? Can we count the stars? Can we count the stars? No, we can't count the
No, we can't
stars.
count the stars.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Subject,
Subject,
mathematics,
mathematics,
history,
history,
geography.
geography.
Very good. Okay, listen. Subject is a noun. It is something that we study at school. English, mathematics, history, and geography are also nouns. They are subjects. Children generally study about 8 subjects at school. Let's practice. Of these 3 subjects, mathematics, history, and geography, which do you like the most? Of these 3 subjects, mathematics, history, and geography, which do you like the most? Of those 3 subjects,
Of those three
mathematics,
subjects,
history,
mathematics,
and geography,
history, and
I like
geography, I like mathematics
the
the
most.
most.
About how many subjects must children generally study at school? About how many subjects must children generally study at school? Children must
Children
generally
must
study
generally
about
study
eight
about eight
subjects at school.
subjects at school.
Do you like the subject of mathematics? Do you like the subject of mathematics? Yes or no?
Yes,
I
I
like
like
the
the
subject
subject
of
mathematics.
very good.
Of mathematics.
Very good. Next repeat. Wash,
Wash,
dress,
dress,
soap,
dress, soap,
shampoo.
shampoo.
Very good. Okay, listen. Wash and dress are verbs. To wash means to clean something with water. To dress means to put something such as clothes on to dress. Soap and shampoo are nouns. We wash our hands with soap and water. We wash our hair with shampoo and water. After washing, we put our clothes on or we dress. We wash and dress when we get up in the morning. Let's practice. What do we do when we get up in the morning? What do we do when we get up in the morning? We wash and
We
dress
wash
when
and
we get up
dress
in the
when we
morning.
get up in the morning.
Very good. Okay, next. Do you dress before washing? Do you dress before washing? Yes or no?
No,
I
we
don't
don't
dress
dress
before washing.
before
I
washing.
wash before
I
dressing.
wash before dressing.
What do we wash our hands with? What do we wash our hands with? We wash our
We wash
hands
our
with
hands with
soap and water.
soap and water.
What do we wash our hair with? What do we wash our hair with? We wash
We
our
wash
hair
our
with
hair
shampoo
with
and
shampoo
water.
and water.
Very good. Next, repeat hot,
Hot,
warm,
warm,
cool,
cool,
cold.
cold,
Finland,
Finland,
one of the.
one of them.
Very good. Okay, listen. Hot, warm, cool, and cold are all adjectives. For example, in Africa, it's hot. In Italy, it's warm. In England, it's cool. And in Finland, it's cold. Another example, in Japan, in summer, it's hot. In spring, it's warm. In autumn, it's cool. And in winter, it's cold. Let's practice. Is it hot in Finland? Is it hot in Finland? No, it
No,
isn't
it
hot
is not.
in
It
Finland.
isn't hot in
It's
Finland.
cold.
It's cold
Is
in
it
Finland.
warm in autumn? Is it warm in autumn? No, it isn't
No,
warm
and
in
it
autumn.
isn't warm in autumn.
It's cool.
It's cool.
Is it hotter in winter than in summer? Is it hotter in winter than in summer? No, it
No,
isn't
it
hotter in
isn't
winter
hotter
than
in
in
winter
summer.
than in
It's
summer.
colder in
It's
winter
colder in
than in
winter than
summer.
in summer.
Very good. Okay, next listen. After the words or the phrase one of the, we use the plural noun. For example, Paris is one of the largest cities in Europe. Let's practice. Which is one of the hottest countries in the world? Which is one of the hottest countries in the world? India is one
India
of the
is
hottest
one of the
countries
hottest
in the world.
countries in the world.
Which is one of the coldest countries in the world? Which is one of the coldest countries in the world? Finland is one of
Finland
the
is one
coldest
of the
countries
coldest
in the
countries
world.
in the world.
Is it as hot in Scandinavia as in Spain? Is it as hot in Scandinavia as in Spain? No, it isn't
No,
as hot
it
in
isn't as hot
Scandinavia
in
as in
Scandinavia
Spain.
as in
It's
Spain.
colder in
It's colder in
Scandinavia than in
Scandinavia
Spain.
than in Spain.
Very good. Next, repeat taste.
Is
Very good.
taste.
Taste is a verb. We taste with our tongue. Taste can also be used as a noun. For example, I put sugar in my tea because I don't like the taste of tea without sugar. Let's practice. What am I doing? What am I doing? You're tasting your
You're
finger.
tasting your finger.
Do you like the taste of tea without sugar? Do you like the taste of tea without sugar? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I
like
like
the
the taste of
taste, the
tea
tea.
without
Oh,
sugar.
without sugar.
What do we taste with? What do we taste with? We taste
We
with
taste
our
with
tongues.
our tongues.
Very good. Next, repeat as many as.
As many
As much as.
as much as.
Very good. Okay, listen. We use the words as many as and as much as with nouns. For example, I've got as many fingers on my left hand as on my right, and I eat as much meat as bread. We use as many as with things we can count, and as much as with things we cannot count. Let's practice. What's the difference between as many as and as much as? What's the difference between as many as and as much as? The difference
The
between
difference
as
between
many
as many
and
as
as
and
much
as
as
much
is that
as
we
is
use
that we
as many
use as
as
many
for
as
things
for
we can
things
count,
we can
and
count
as much
without
as
in
for
this as
things
much as for things
we
we
can't.
can't count.
Very good. Have I got as many fingers on my left hand as on my right? Have I got as many fingers on my left hand as on my right? Yes, you've got
Yes, you've
as
got
many
as
fingers
many
on your
fingers
left hand
on your left
as on
hand
your
as
right.
your on your right.
Do you eat as much food for dinner as you do for lunch? Do you eat as much food for dinner as you do for lunch? Yes or no?
No,
I don't
I
eat
don't
as much
eat
food for
as much
dinner
food for
as
dinner
I do for
as
lunch.
I do for
I
lunch.
eat less food
I eat
for
less
dinner
food or
than I do
dinner
for lunch.
than I do for lunch.
Where have we got as many feet as fingers? Have we got as many feet as fingers? No, we
No,
haven't
we
got as
haven't got
many feet
as
as
many
fingers.
feet as
We've got
fingers.
fewer
We've
feet
got fewer
than
feet
fingers.
than fingers.
Do you drink as much fruit juice as water? Do you drink as much fruit juice as water? No, I don't
No,
drink
I don't
as much
drink
fruit
as
juice
much fruit
as
juice
water.
as
I
water.
drink less fruit
I drink
juice
less
than
fruit
water.
juice than water.
Do you think you read as many books as your mother? Do you think you read as many books as your mother? Yes or no?
No,
I
I
didn't
don't
think
think
I read as many books
didn't
as my mother.
as
No, I
no,
don't think
I
I
don't
read
think I
as
read
many
as
books
many
as
books
my
as
mother.
my mother.
I think I read
I
fewer
think I read
books
fewer books
than
than
my
my
mother.
mother.
Very good. Next, repeat stand.
Stand,
Card.
car,
Postcard.
postcard,
Go on holiday.
go on holiday,
Camera.
camera,
photograph,
photograph,
take a photo.
take a photo,
Very good. Okay, listen, card is a noun. For example, a birthday card or a Christmas card. Send is a verb. For example, I send cards to my friends at Christmas time. Postcard is a noun. Go on holiday is to go to a place on holiday. Another word for holiday is vacation. For example, I send postcards to my friends and family when I go on holiday. Photograph means picture. So this is the picture of the Brown family, or this
mhm,
is a photograph of the Brown family. We can also say this is a photo of the Brown family. We use a camera to take photo. Most mobile phones have cameras. When I go on holiday, I take photos with a camera and sometimes with my phone. Okay, let's practice. Do you send cards to your friends at Christmas time? Do you send cards to your friends at Christmas time? Yes or no? I
no,
don't
I
send
don't
cards
send
to my friends at
cards to my
Christmas time.
friends at Christmas time.
Very good. Okay, now let's move on to reading. Okay, reading is at stage two, paragraph page 111. Last headword was iron. Okay, please start with made of
Mm,
key plastic.
okay. Made of key plastic. Is your watch made of plastic? Yes, my watch is made of plastic. What's the key generally made of? A key is generally made of steel. Are you wearing anything made of silver? Yes, I'm wearing something made of silver. Cost? How much do you think this pen costs? I think that pen costs about $1. Do your shoes cost more than your handkerchief? Yes, my shoes cost more than my handkerchief. How much does the cinema cost in this town? The cinema costs about 2,000 yen in this town. Like? What does the word like mean? The word like means similar to or such as. Is this book like that book? Yes, this book is like that book. Is your face the same as your father's? No, my face isn't the same as my father's. It's like my father's. Do you eat different kinds of food like Chinese, Indian, Spanish, etc.? Yes, I eat different kinds of food like Chinese, Indian, Spanish, etc. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, weekend. Tell me the names of the days of the week, please. The names of the days of the week are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. What do we call Saturday and Sunday? We call Saturday and Sunday the weekend. Today, yesterday, tomorrow was, will be, to be. What's today? Today's Tuesday. What was yesterday? Yesterday was Monday. What would,
Uh,
yesterday was Tuesday.
Tuesday. Very good.
What will
Today was
tomorrow be? Tomorrow will be Thursday.
Thursday.
What will the day after tomorrow be? The day after tomorrow will be Friday. What was the day before yesterday? The day before yesterday was Monday. Want at the moment. Do you want to break your pen? No, I don't want to break my pen. Do you want to break the window? No, I don't want to break the window. Do you want anything to eat at the moment? No, I don't want anything to eat at the moment. Do you want anything to drink at the moment? No, I don't want anything to drink at the moment. Do you have? You don't have. Do you have anything in your pocket? Yes, I have something in my pocket. What do they have on their feet? They have shoes on their feet. Do you have any relatives in this town? Yes, I have some relatives in this town. Begin and last how long? At what time does the lesson begin? The lesson begin at 8 a.m. At what time does the lesson end? The lesson ends at 8:25 a.m. How long does the lesson last? The lesson lasts 25 minutes. Cheap, expensive, Rolls Royce. Is this pen expensive? No, the pen isn't expensive. It's cheap. Is a Rolls Royce cheap? No, a Rolls Royce isn't cheap. It's expensive. Is my handkerchief expensive? No, your handkerchief isn't expensive. It's cheap. The fewest. Of these three books, has this book got the most pages? No, of these three books, that book hasn't got the most pages. It's got the fewest pages. Which person in your family reads the fewest books? I am the person in my family who reads the fewest books.
Very good. Okay, so we stop there for